Hello, I am Pamela Brumfield, the principal of Thomas A. Edison High School. Our school is involved in service learning projects that support our community and enable student growth and development. We encourage our students to engage in this important civic action work. Student Achievement Goal 3, Responsibility to the Community, involves a service learning component that allows students to earn hours for their participation in service learning projects. Service learning is a teaching method designed to involve students in authentic and meaningful service to their communities. Service learning makes connections between the classroom and the community and provides structured time for students to reflect on their learning experiences. It is intended to instill a sense of civic responsibility by encouraging students to assess their impact on the community as active contributors to our society. This presentation will help you further understand service learning and what we at Edison High School are going to do about it.
What is service learning? Service learning is a teaching method designed to involve students in authentic and meaningful service to their communities. Service learning makes connections between the classroom and the community and provides structured time for students to reflect on their service experiences. It is intended to instill a sense of civic responsibility by encouraging students to assess their impact upon the community as active contributors to society. So what counts as service learning? Service learning activities are divided into 3 distinct categories: direct service, indirect service, and advocacy. Our school has the option to identify specific service learning opportunities that are unique to our community. And students who engage in individual projects will be allowed to submit hours earned from those projects in such areas as scouting and National Honor Society memberships. An example of direct service includes working with youth through education and recreational programs, senior citizens, sick or disabled individuals, or immigrant populations. Also, preparing and serving food for others is an example of direct service. Indirect service examples include collecting and distributing food items or clothing, organizing fundraisers for special causes or events, engaging in neighborhood beautification projects, or engaging in local conservation efforts. In terms of advocacy, examples include informing the public about a variety of issues through FCPS 24/7 Blackboard sites, video streaming sites, or protected internet sites, working with local political organizations, or speaking on behalf of underrepresented segments of the community.
High school students completing 40 or more service learning hours will be eligible to wear a service learning cord at graduation. Students are expected to complete the following number of hours: 6th grade, 5 hours, 8th grade, 15 hours, 9th through 12th grade, 40 hours, or 10 hours per grade. Schools may expect students to complete additional service beyond the Fairfax County Public Schools requirements, for example, to fulfill the expectations of the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program. Students may earn the Governor's Seal for Excellence in Civics Education to be affixed to their high school diploma by fulfilling each of the following 4 criteria: satisfy requirements to earn a standard diploma or advanced studies diploma, and complete Virginia and United States history and Virginia and United States government courses with a grade of B or higher, and complete 50 hours of voluntary participation in community service or extracurricular activities. Activities that would count include volunteering for a charitable or religious organization that provides services to the poor, sick, or less fortunate, participating in the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, or similar youth organizations, participating in JROTC, participating in political campaigns or government internships, or Boy State, Girl State, or Model General Assembly, participating in school-sponsored extracurricular activities that have a civics focus. Any student who enlists in the United States military prior to graduation will be deemed to have met this community service requirement. And lastly, students must have good attendance and no disciplinary infractions as determined by local school board policies.
Students involved with planning a service learning project may count that planning time as service learning hours. For example, if our school hosts a canned food drive, students involved in the planning of the drive would earn service hours, while students who only make donations would not. Similarly, students who are performing service as part of a class assignment may count the hours they spend in class preparing for the service, as well as the time they spend in actual service. Travel time, however, to and from service activities is not counted. What is the difference between community service and service learning? Both community service and service learning benefit the community, but only service learning also helps students master the skills they are learning in school. To decide if a project is community service or service learning, use the 6 elements of service learning to evaluate the project. Authenticity. How is the service important to your community? Intentionality. How did you plan your service? Did you collaborate with stakeholders? Curricular connections. How is this service connected to your studies in school? Opportunities for reflection. How did you learn from your service? Did you reflect throughout the process of the project? Impact. What was the outcome of this service? And finally, application. How will you use what you learned in the future? Our school has identified appropriate staff members to facilitate and monitor service learning activities and hours. Because our service learning program is school-based, our school has decided that your club sponsor will verify and record your service learning hours. An example of a verification form is available on the FCPS Service Learning website. You may also keep track of your own service learning experiences by using the Family Connection program on your 24/7 Blackboard page. In the Family Connection program, you can click on About Me and then Resume. You can add volunteer service entry with the details of your service learning program at this site.
My name is Laura Wells. I am the Service Learning Resource Teacher for Fairfax County Public Schools, and I want to encourage all of you to get involved in service in your communities. And whenever I talk to students about what made them want to get involved in service, the first thing they always say is just how much fun it is, because they're getting to socialize and collaborate with their friends as they're helping the community. It's also a great way to take what you've learned in the classroom and use it to help your community. You may not realize it, but you've accomplished so much in your time at school, and you've learned so many valuable skills that would be helpful to our community. So you want to take all the opportunities that Edison is offering to you, find out what service clubs are doing, find out what all the great needs are in our community, and then get out there and do it. And I promise you, you'll have a great time.